All right, start.
So I'm gonna introduce myself.
For sure.
So my name is Tameng Ban. I think in Kin 201, and then I'm here with.
Francisco Baltazar.
And
Francisco Baltazar.
You are the physical trainer.
Yes, I'm a personal trainer.
Okay.
I got recently certified from Long Beach City College, and I transferred over here last semester. So this is my first semester at Cal State. So I earned my AA from Long Beach City College and my certification for personal training. So I'm working at the SRWC building right here. So I'm working right here as a trainer, and I'm working to get my NASM certification in personal training.
How long did it take you to get all your certifications and to be certified?
Well, at LBCC they had like this plan where you take 5 classes in a certain amount of time, like kin classes, and you're able to earn your certification with there. So I was fortunate enough to earn that.
So just through kinesiology classes?
Yeah, it was like, I forgot what exactly from Long Beach. It was from Long Beach City College, so I'm not sure exactly the classes again, but there was like 5. I know it was like a little package I had. It was 5 in total, and I was able to earn my certification with that. It was like some first aid. I think it was first aid, and then some training classes where I had to like legit be a personal trainer. I had to make workout programs for the client. I had to have my own client. I had to make workout programs for him. Had to put him through workouts in class as well. So I was fortunate enough from Long Beach City College with that.
Okay. So on a day-to-day basis, like what is your responsibility as a physical trainer?
As
a personal trainer.
A personal trainer. Right now, I just started right here at the SRWC. So what we got to do first is there's 2 stages for the like say if someone wants to come in for personal training, we give 2 free sessions. So first is a fitness assessment, and then is the orientation. So the first one, the fitness assessment, is when we go through like a Part Q, a questionnaire. So we ask the clients about like their medical history, their goals, and we just check like their body fat, their height. So according to all the questions, we go through the assessment, like their goals and everything. We make a workout program especially for that client, and then we schedule another day for the next free session, and that's the orientation, where it's a legit, we run them through a workout program and show them how the personal training is. And after that, after those 2 free sessions, we sell personal training memberships. So we tell them like what programs, what plans we have for them that would work if they're interested.
So is that like your typical like day? Do you run through like beginner sessions all the time, or do you usually handle more like the more advanced people?
Oh, okay. So right now, how it started, like, cause I just started like recently, like probably like 2 weeks ago. So I'm going through like the protocols.
Okay.
But I already know what it is like to go through that, because I have experience from Long Beach City College, and as well I personal trained outside the gym, like out on my own. I know how it is. So I know how at Long Beach City College I learned how to make programs for the clients. So right now, and it's kind of slow right now. Like sometimes like I having a fitness assessment and some people don't even show up. So it's kind of tough right now. It's like it's slowly gonna get there. Like, but probably in the next 2 weeks I should be getting more clients and all that. But for the most part, I just started. So, but I've been experienced with personal training, so I know how it is.
How long do you work? Like, how long are your work hours?
Usually my work hours is with school, so I have like schools in the morning, and then I have work like right now. I already had class this mornings, like about 4 hours or 5 hours I spent this morning, and then I work after, so I do 4 hours here. Usually it's part-time. It's part-time here, so it's 4 hours.
Does it last longer? Because do you make the programs within your shift, or do you make it like outside of work as well?
I think the workout programs, because right now I'm half a trainer and half like the desk employee. So right now I could make my programs like during shift when I'm on desk, but for the most part on trainers, you make your program for the client outside your shift. Yeah, you make it for them.
Okay. So when it comes to personal training, you make all the decisions for the client, or do they have a say in everything as well?
I mean, they gotta say, like, they say their goals.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we make the program, we make the workout, because we're the trainers. So it just depends on everybody else. You know, everyone's gonna have different trainers, their specialties. So whatever we come up with their assessment, like the first free training, we ask their goals, like, you know, why you want a personal trainer. So according to that, as our job, we make a personal training program for that client. And of course, we gotta try to make it good for them, you know, so they could like us and we get more clientele and just grow.
So I know you stated that you just started, but I can tell like a problem that seems to be happening is like people don't really show up.
Yeah.
And I assume the problem is building your clientele base.
Yeah.
So is it your clientele base or is it like a collective?
I believe it's it's kind of a collective. Like, even though like the first free sessions, like we do the first free sessions, the client could choose his own trainer. Like we as a trainer, I mean, it just depends on what kind of trainer you are. Like, I know one of my coworkers, he tells everyone, all the other personal trainers, specialties. Like, say strength training, he's aerobic training or exercise, any different types of, or sports or boxing, stuff like that. Like there's many trainers or specialties. So I know one of my coworkers, he does that to the clients. And when we have assessments, he tells them like all the trainers' specialties, so they could kind of get a glimpse of if they want another trainer or not, and they get to choose. Like me, I would tell, like, say if I see someone that's a boxer and he wants, you know, focus on that, then I'll tell them that, oh, we have a trainer that specializes in that. But it just depends on the client. They could choose, like, say, oh no, I like you, you know, I like you the way you're you know, the way you are, like the client, the exercise, the program you went through. So they get to choose. They just get to choose if they want you or another trainer.
So do you usually bring in your own clients if you have the chance?
I believe we can. Yeah. We if we have friends, they ask about, because I know I had classmates and they're like, oh, I seen you at the SRWC, and they're just asking about training and stuff like that. So I told them, yeah, come check it out. I told them about the 2 free sessions, the assessment and the orientation. I explained what they were, and they're interested. So pretty much like that. Like, if I talk to people outside, I could probably get my own clientele as well, like that. But for the most part, for the hours, I could bring it back to the hours. We can't, as a worker, we can't make more than 20 hours a week because it's part time. So we can't, like, we just can't pass that limit. I mean, if it's by like 1 hour, I think, or 30 minutes, I think is okay. But that's like our limit. It's like 20 hours for the week for every worker, every employee.
So going back to your experience, what made you get into it? Like, were you always surrounded by like physical activity? You just liked it? Yeah, it's just when I was around like 15 years old, I was overweight, and I was always liking wrestling. Like, I watched wrestling when I was younger, and I always saw, you know, the big guys. I was like, damn, I want to be big and strong. So I started weight training from 15 to 17. My mom, fortunately, she bought me a weight set. It was like a Walmart, like the cheap one, but that's what got me started into working out. So I started at 15 to 17, and at 17, I got big. Like, I got big, but then I wanted to lose weight. Like, I was still overweight, but I was just big. I was just strong, and I wanted to lose weight. So I started, like, you know, looking online, the ways to eat. I started, like, you know, finding the ways to eat, how to train specific muscles. And then I started getting into like bodybuilding, like physique wise. So from 17, I was 212 pounds, and I lost my lowest weight was all the way to 150. 150. So you do the math. So it was from 212 to 150. That was my lowest weight.
and I look pretty good. Like I'm kind of motivated again right now. Like I lost my motivation in probably like 3 years, so I'm getting motivated again to lose weight again as well right now. As you know, I'm getting this job as a trainer because of course I want to look good as a trainer.
Yeah.
So it's slowly picking back up. But that's what got me into working out. And after that, like I just like looked up form, you know, how to work out, you know, you could have good form and the benefits of working out and the way to train good and feel good. You know, you want to feel good, you want to live long, so stuff like that. And it make me like, I had me feeling good, and I felt like when I was overweight, I felt like, you know, I was never gonna be fit. Like I was like, it just never was gonna be me. So I just felt like, you know, it's possible for me, it's possible for other people. Like it felt good for me, and other people should feel good about themselves as well. Like, you know, everyone deserves to push themselves and feel good and look good, because, you know, everybody wants to, you know. It's good to be fit as well for the long term. You want to live long, you want to be healthy, you know, you want to get up when you're old, you want to move around, you're going to have grandkids and they're going to see you moving around. So it's just overall, you know, it's just for your performance, just live good, happy, you know, you're able to move, because I don't want to be old and just not able to move. So that's just one goal for me as well. It's just to have a healthy life, and you know.
So besides the money, like, do you actually enjoy trying to like change people's lives and motivate them and give them motivation?
Yeah, I do. I do enjoy that, because I know right now, for example, I'm taking this class right now, the 263. It's Kin 263, and it's kind of like we go through programs. Like we have assessments. We push each other like for our PRs, like personal records. So I see my classmates, and they're like, they see me that I lift heavy weight, and they're asking me that, oh, you lift heavy weight, like that's good. And then I tell them my technique, you know, I tell them, they ask questions like, oh, how can I get stronger too? So I'm like, you know, I tell them techniques like have good form, of course. I focus them on the form, the time they rest, like the time they rest from the next workout when they go up in weight. So they gotta rest good amount and good form. Like I say, like, you know, like power lifting for bench press example, like when you're up here, you gotta kind of like able to save your energy, because like today, for example, I messed up. I lost energy because I was at 275 and my goal was to hit 295 in bench press. So I had 275. I don't know what happened, but like I stopped right here. And the thing is, when you're trying to bench, you're trying to be explosive, you know. You can't rest too much because you're going heavy weight. You can't really rest. So I messed up. I kind of rested for the 275. I don't know why. I know that's the thing I shouldn't do. So I rested, and I kind of like lost my energy, and I lost my energy. So that's why I give examples to people that want to get strength. Like, don't waste your energy. You gotta, you know, be quick with it. You gotta be the good form. I go through the protocols. I show them the good form. You know, your arch, you have a mini arch in your back. You gotta have your butt and your upper back and your shoulder blades on the bench at all time. I be, you know, I give examples to them, because, you know, they're my classmates, and it's cool to help people out, because in the long run they're gonna just look back on you and be like, oh, that guy Frankie was cool, you know. He was cool. He helped me out do my bench, and then I could see their face too. They're like happy when, like today, one of my friends and my classmates, he was able to PR today. I was like pushing him, you know, I was motivating him, saying, yeah, you got this. And I was checking out his form, and we had the TAs to check him to see if, you know, he hit the weight, and then he hit the weight. So I could see like how happy he was, and it just brings me back to when I was happy, like, you know, when I achieved goals, when I was able to lose weight, when I did my first PR, like whenever I was able to do PRs, and I'm happy as well, you know. So it just feels good to help other people out. That it reminds me of when I felt good. It's just that joy. It's just the joy when, you know, you're achieving your goals and you're just motivated, you know.
So, what do you like the most about your job, besides like you being able to push and motivate people? Like that feeling of joy that's reciprocated. So, besides that, what is the worst? What don't you like?
What I don't like is like, let me see what I don't like. there's not really anything about my job that I don't like. Let me think. For the most part, it's good. Like, I enjoy it. It doesn't feel like work, you know? Like,
Yeah.
'cause when you do something you like, it's just like a hobby. Like, I know for example, like, I also like doing shoes. Like, I like shoes and like customize shoes, and it's just I also like have like a little side job with that. Like, I restore and fix shoes, stuff like that. So like I charge little bits. So for the most part, it's kind of like a hobby. It's not really like a job to me. So it's kind of like fitness as well. It's not really a job to me. It's like a hobby. So it's just that's the way I enjoy it. I enjoy it. It doesn't really feel like hard work. It just feels like I'm just working out. I'm just at the gym working out. It just feels like that. And what I don't like in here, I don't know. Maybe I would guess like say if it's a client that's being like arrogant, it's not listening to you. I guess that's the only thing. But for the most part, everything's good. Like everything's good.
Do you plan to open up your own gym? Like, how do you see yourself?
Yeah, I thought
Beginning experience.
Yeah, I've thought about that. Opening my own gym is gonna be really cool because it's good to work for yourself.
Yeah.
You want to work for yourself. So that's one of my goals is to open my own gym. There's many goals. I would love to open a lot of businesses. It just goes further than just fitness. But I love to open my own gym. And I would like to have it different from any other gym. I don't know what it is exactly right now, but I know it will have to be a little different from any other gym. Just, everybody likes different things. And, let's go to this gym because it has this and the other one doesn't. Like, for example, LA Fitness has a pool and some other gyms don't. It's just stuff like that. Just to be different.
Well, that should conclude the interview. For sure. I
sure.
appreciate it.
No problem.
Appreciate you
No
talking
problem.
to me about that.
Appreciate
Thank
you, man.
Yeah, no problem.